Espera aí. Vê agora. Vê agora, se já estou. Já? Ok, deixa-me postar esta merda. Era um segundo.
Foda-se, estava todo suado a ver.
Estava fixe?
Fixe. E se tivesse. E é 720p, calma, se fosse 1080p ia ser muito melhor. Isso assim já estava fixe. Mas se fosse 1080p ia ficar com uma qualidade e nem tens nada de especial aí.
Uhum. Foda-se, que grande merda. Espera aí, deixa-me ver se... Have to let people know that it's back up again.
Já tinhas tantas pessoas a ver, caralho.
It's back up. 8 people. What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Let's check if people... Audio is fine? Nice. Be back in 1 second. Vasquinho, qualquer coisa manda mensagem, tá bom? Obrigado. Até já. Sorry guys, the stream got banned. I don't know why. Copyright infringement, but I don't know what happened. But can you hear me well? Yeah, they said I wasn't following YouTube rules, but I went to check it and there's nothing wrong, I think. But let's give it a minute for people to rejoin. When did you guys stop listening? Nice. When did the stream stop? Can you tell me where I was? Back to business, man. Did we stop in the overhead sweep? Did you guys get the overhead sweep instruction to the end? After the overhead sweep? Nice. Okay. Yeah, people are slowly rejoining. What's up? Yeah, everyone's looking at your butt. Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's go. Hopefully, it's not shut down again. On top? Okay, guys, let's continue. Yeah, let's continue. Same thing. I try to push him, but he doesn't go forward. So I can do the overhead sweep. Let's go to this side. Yeah. So if the elbow knee space is open, I won't try to get to the La Riva hook because I cannot. I will try to go for triangles or the close guard. Okay. If it's closed, I go for the De La Riva hook. I'm going to push on his stomach a little bit just so he steps, okay? Make sure you don't extend your legs completely. Because if you extend your legs completely, you won't feel the tension back. Only if he's a white belt and he's going to run towards you, okay? So just push slightly. If you feel the tension back, that's perfect. You push and you lift, okay? If you push, but now he doesn't push forward. He doesn't need to the squat. Like, yeah, but if I push and if I don't feel a tension back, I cannot do the overhead sweep. I cannot force it. Okay. So what I will do here, I'm going to sweep him to the side. To the side, I have the Dalhiba hook. So first and most important, I have to lift my back off the floor, and I'm going to lean on my side. So one, I'm going to lean on my side. That's perfect. That's step number one. Now I'm going to work with my grips. So this hand, I will, the only thing I don't want him to do is to pose on the floor. So I just have to keep this hand here, okay? The other hand, I'm going to go towards my other ear. Notice that I'm not pushing it across, okay? I'm going like over my head to touch my ear, okay? So 1, 2, arm across, and only now I'm going to use my legs to sweep, okay? So I don't want to do this, okay? I don't want to push with my foot on the nut of the belt and sweep with this leg. I want to sweep with my De La Riva hook, okay? So one, same thing, but now I don't even need this leg, okay? I can push him a little bit, but the sweep works with a De La Riva hook. I'm going to kick to this side, okay? I'm going to sweep like this. So, same thing, but now I'm going to start kicking the De La Riva hook, and I'm going to go on top. Something that's very important when you sweep, because when he hits the ground, you didn't sweep, okay? You only sweep after you get the 3 seconds on top, okay? And so for you to stop him from coming up, I like to get the both sleeves. I like to lift him, okay? Because he can only come up if he posts one elbow and one hand on the floor. If I leave both hands, he cannot go on top, okay? So let's go through it one more time. So on double sleeve, the elbow knee space is closed, the hip hook. I'm going to push a little bit. I don't feel the tension back, okay? So back off the floor, I'm going to lean on my side. This hand, I just don't want him to post on the mat. This hand is very important. I'm not going to pull it across. It's going to go over my head. Can you see that when I do this, I'm not using my legs yet. But when I do this, he's already stepping this foot. Yeah. So this, I'm getting the right angle. Now that he's off balance, I'm going to kick. If I try to kick from here, I don't have the right angle. I will never sweep him. So first I have to make him off balance. I do that by going 1 and 2. And now I can kick to get the sweep. Last thing about this sweep is sometimes you're fighting, like much heavier guys, and you cannot just do this. So one, I cannot sweep with this only with the arriba hook, so I'm going to tap the floor. When I tap the floor, my strength in the sweep doubles. Like most of the times he flies. So I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, I cannot sweep, I'm going to tap the floor. When I tap the floor, I come up with both sleeves, so he cannot post his elbow on the mat. Okay. So okay, this is the first thing. Notice that I'm not just showing like position techniques. I'm showing techniques that work well together. Okay. So the thing about, like, that's what we call systems. Okay. I don't have one technique and it doesn't work. I'm going to go through another one, and people try to do techniques in the wrong time. Okay. Usually they do it well, but because they do it in a bad timing, it doesn't work. It's very important that you do the technique well, but you know when to use it. Okay, so that's one concept that's very important and works for everything. Okay, not just this guard, but half guard, passing, back chokes. You have to always keep an eye on what he's giving you, not what you want to do. I'm going to give an example with this guard. So, for example, I want to go for the overhead sweep. Go a little bit that way. Yeah. I want to go for the overhead sweep, but I know that elbow knee space is open. I cannot go for the overhead sweep because I cannot get a strong de la riva hook. It's not that I'm not doing the technique well. It's just it's not the timing. So here I have to do something else. I cannot go for the de la riva hook. I have to go boom for triangles or close guard. Same thing. If he bends the leg, I'm really good at triangles. I really want to go for triangles. But from here, I don't have any triangles, so I cannot go for triangles. So, like, that's something to keep in mind every time that you're fighting. You have to fight, but you always have to keep an eye on what's happening and what you can do and what you can't do. Okay. So that's the first thing about the double sleeve, and I'm going to explain now why I'm not using the spider hook. This is the most basic system from double sleeve. Okay. The reason that I'm not using the spider hook yet, it's because it's a little bit more complex. From here, this position is very good. It's very basic because I'm controlling his sleeves and my belt, so he doesn't control my legs. It's really hard for him to pass. When I get the spider hook, like on top, here, it's really hard for him to pass. But when I go for the spider hook, now he's controlling my leg. There's nothing I can do to not make him control my leg because my foot is on the bicep, my pants are here. So if I do the wrong move, it's really easy for him to throw my leg. And now I have to recover, and sometimes he just gets past real fast. Okay? So, yeah. Thanks. Have the WhatsApp beeping here. So that's what I'm not using. Here, it's a more advanced position because I have to know what I'm doing. Because like if I keep my leg on the outside and he throws, I have to be very experienced to know that this is coming and prevent him from doing it or defending from here. Okay, so I'm not going to go through spider guard when he's standing because that's a little bit more advanced. Okay, and I just want you to understand why I do things and the concept of the position. Okay, I'm just going to show you when it is safe to use the spider hook and when it's not safe to use the spider hook. Okay, and that's very, very important if you want to start using this guard. Okay, so you want that? So when I have this foot on the bicep, for him not to throw, I have to keep this foot on the inside, like in the inside position. What's the inside position? If I have a shallow lasso here, it's really hard for him to throw the leg because all my weight, I can put all my weight on my heel, posture up to throw, and it's really hard for him to throw. Okay, so if I take the shallow lasso off, turn to this side. If I take the shallow lasso off, now there's nothing controlling him. Now it's really easy for him to throw the leg. Okay? If I have my leg now, instead of the shallow lasso, but it's on my knee is on the inside of his elbow, now again it's really hard for him to throw. Try to throw? Yeah. And now I can start working underneath him. I can start back. I can start shooting triangles. I can start shooting omoplatas. So it's very important. That's why it's so advanced. I always have to keep an eye on this leg if I want to prevent him. If I want to prevent the throw, okay. So if you're starting to play with a spider guard when he's on top, always keep an eye on this. Try to keep the shallow lasso or this foot on the inside. Something that I like to do is I'm here and I'm on the double sleeve position, the basic position. I don't have the spider hook. When I go with this foot on, with this leg on the inside, now I get the spider hook and now I start working underneath, because like if I don't have the foot on the bicep, he cannot throw, right? So I get this foot on the inside, and now when I get the spider hook, he cannot throw anymore. And now I can start working underneath. So that's like the borderline of the basic double sleeve and the advanced double sleeve. It's when I play double sleeve with a spider hook, because if I fuck up something and I leave the foot on the outside or in the bad position, he can throw and he's passed. Okay, so that's something that you always have to keep an eye on. Okay, so let's work. Let's work on another thing is when you're in